Hello everyone and welcome back to Town of Salem 2. In this video we are going to play as a Crusader and hunt for Coven. Hope you enjoy! It says Corner Claim, Day 1. 12 says Come Reading 3 is evil. 9 says you're fake if you're not gambling. I say any TP chain askers? No? Okay. I ask for TP chain askers because as a Crusader I don't want to kill a townie. And if I go on someone who is a TP, there is a lower chance that I will kill a townie. Anyways, let's go on 12 because I found that if you have a name that is connected with gambling in All Any Fools, you will get attacked night 1. So that's why I am going on Gambling Spring Trap. And then attack someone visiting them. Hopefully not a townie. Let's see. Rest in peace to 3, a Dreamweaver. I killed them, nice. Thirteen asks, you alright? 12 says, oh my god, I didn't mean to be right. I whisper to 12, that was me. I say to 13, yes, and 4 reveal themselves as a berserker. 6 says, yay, booze. 12 says, also, I've been saved from Dreamweave, nice. 13 says, Storm of the Lookout, night 1. 11, visited by 14. I say, Lamau, get 4. 4 says, unlucky, someone crossed me. 12 says, thank you so much, I didn't expect to be right, lol. I whisper to 12, you're welcome. 5 says, random status effect. 2 says, 4, if you attack me, I will not vote you. Obviously that got voted up fast because obviously Apok isn't a friend with Town or Coven or other neutrals. I whispered to 13, I'm Cruz, by the way, do you want me to go on you? 12 says, well, we are committed to the bid then, that was our only trial, lol. Someone says, what do you mean connected to the bid? One says, I mean, who else if not Token Berserker? 13 says, yes please. I say to 13, on it. One says, this is the safest hang. 12 says, like we know this is evil. One says to 12, only one trial. 4 says, should have done VFA first, town is screwed now. 1 says, we cannot VFA, only one trial today. I say, TPs don't go on 13, or you die. 5 says, 2 says, hey, does anyone else want to be on them? I whisper to 2, be on me. And there is a night party, nice. 6 says, hey yo. 13 says, hi. 2 says, 11 is a killer real. I say, yay, party. 10 says, Hex 1, best joke ever. 7 says, can I get retrained, please? For legal reasons, that's a joke. 6 says, so let's start the VFA now. 5 claims TS. 12 says, I hate that no Chinese have died. I'm still useless. I say, I am Green Jinx who killed 3, for real, for real. 10 says TS. 6 says TK. 2 claims TS. Rest in peace to 5, the Amnesiac. They were killed by the Coven. That's the first townie in the graveyard. So that's good for townies. I got whisper from 13 that I was visited by 2 and 8. I whispered to 13, thank you. Oh, 8 was coroner. They were stabbed by a serial killer. They went on me to confirm that I'm Cruz, I guess. The death note says, oops, should have got some defense there. Coven kills 0 out of 1. Maybe. Friendly Blue Ouija here. Gambling! I can now see and hear dead people. 12 says, thank you, Monarch. They got knighted. 10 says, how much wanna bet SK is gonna reveal himself? 6 says, I have inverted votes. 8 says, hello. 11, you are real. 7 says, 1 trial. Again? 12 says, oh, 8. Hope you haven't left. Because you have been revived tomorrow. I say to 8, yeah, 8, too bad SK stabbed you. 7 says, no, I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. I didn't get any tokens. 9 says, don't leave if you're being revived. I say, 8 is here, so they will get revived. Yay! 12 says, 8, do not leave, we shall have a Koro. 8 says, nice. 2 says, 15 is silent. 12 says, by the way, TS for VFA. They implied they are a retributionist in the night chat, if I recall correctly. Okay, so what's 1 they didn't claim? What's 7? So 1, 7, 9. 12 says, we know this isn't just guilty, not gonna lie. 2 says AFK or faking AFK. 6 is invincible defense. I say 1, 7, 9, 14 claim. 14 claims TP. 7 claims TS. 12 says -1, Eno is diabolical. 6 says that's Mealmau. And this was a Hexmaster. Nice! 2 says huge. 2 says 10. Weren't you talking about Hex? Okay, let's chain with 13. I don't know why I decided to go on 12 first. Again, maybe because they're knighted, but that doesn't mean they're confirmed town, you know. We only know that they aren't Coven, but that doesn't clear them of being a neutral. Okay, 1 still didn't claim. And I saved them. Nice! Rest in peace to 6, the enchanter. They were killed by me. I whispered to 13, got him. 13 says, based. 2 says, really seems like these evils don't want to attack you. 1 says, you're the goat, bro. Well played. I whispered to 1, thank you. I whispered to 2, yeah, they went on the lookout instead. Okay, so 13 says that I was visited by 1 and 2. 2 is a TP, but I don't know what 1 is. I whispered to 2, stay on me, please. And the plague bearer was killed by the serial killer. Coven kills 0 out of 2, still evil though. 2 says, I have powerful defense right now, so no problem lol. I say to 2, nice! There is a mayor wheel from the guy. 13 says, oh, 14 was PB. 7 says, SK, can you start telling it as evil kills? 9 says, 1, full claim. 13 says, 1 is not SK. But their visits don't line up, because they said that they went on 5 when the lookout saw them on me. So 1 is confirmed fake. 7 says 3 trials today. 13 says good defense, haha. I say W. 12 says I mean I can confirm 11's roll. 2 says 12 full claim. 12 claims retributionist. 2 says wrong hang. Yeah, I agree, we shouldn't hang 2 here. I've been protecting the cruise, as Mr. Lookout can confirm, hopefully. 9 asks me for will. I say 2 did visit me several times and claims TP, so I'd rather get someone else here. 13 says 2 visited 11 last 2 nights. 8 says is 12 jest? 13 says true, Eno. 12 says why would you think I'm jester? 2 says 7 you full claim 2. 7 claims monarch. Okay, so we have 1 more trial. We wasted the first 2 trials on townies. Here's my will, monarch. Whosoever holds the title of knight shall they live to the day hold the power of an extra vote, inverted or otherwise. Also, I tried tonight both 3 and 6. I say, what's 10? 7 says, so kinda lucky they both died. 13 says 12 was knighted instantly, so it checks out. 12 says, did you knight 12? 7 says, yeah, I did. 10 says, admirer claim to mayor. 9 says, yeah, 10 hangs. 13 says, I think 10 goes. Look at the graveyard though, it's almost perfect town. Two says, I would rather have hung the red claim with extra votes, but, well, we can't do anything because it's the last trial. 10 says, just kill me, I'm doom, I don't see myself living with Mayor and Mon and Cruz existing. 8 says, did you stab me, 10? 10 says, nah. 10 says, guilty. Two says, oh, 1000% guilty. I say 10 and 12 are both scummy, IMO. 8 says, bro said guilty. 10 says, yeah, and... Thirteen says, I don't like 12's will too. One says, what? 12 says, bro, what else am I meant to do? 2 says, SK is still alive. 12 says, we are too good at town, lol. 2 says, 1 or 12 SK. Okay, I know that 13 has defense, but as a Crusader I can attack a visitor on them. I say get 12, they are sus as hell. 1 also doesn't look legit to me, but I could be wrong. Obviously. Good luck, town. Nothing happened to 13. I wanted to kill 1 more evil. No. 1 says, yes, SK, amazing, kill the baker. Now you 100% lose. No one else to miss Lynch. True. 14 says, this fucking SK, man. Oh yeah, Apocalypse got wiped out by the SK. Oops, should have got some defense here. Evil kills 2 out of 3. Maybe friendly Luigi here. And 8 got knighted. I say Baker isn't happy about SK stabbing them. 8 says that they examined 12 and 12 is a serial killer. 2 says GG. 13 says, Lamau, why would you kill 1 here? I say, get 12. 12 says, oh, would you look at that? 9 says, 1 or 2 was Baker, so why kill them, Lamau? I say, 1 was Baker. 2 says, oh boy, my defense is down to basic. I say, gambling. I was given a random status effect. And there will be now 3 trials today. 8 says, I have powerful defense. 12 says, I mean, I killed only evils plus Koro, then I revived the Koro. 2 says, Baker can't breath the same person twice. 9 says, no flummery after Baker died. Well, as soon as I'm caught, game lags. Typical. The visit chain this game though, haha, says 13. 12 says, well, GG, I say invincible defense. 2 says, this wasn't even that high of a town match, evils just didn't cook. 8 says, Lamau, rip. 12 says, I did most of the work for you. Scamret 3 got to a poke. I say, yeah, evils got unlucky. 12 says, GG. 9 says, for real. 12 says, town played out of their minds. 9 says, blue VG. 2 says, I got exactly 0 magic mirrors off. 12 says, I was such a good blue VG too, lol. I say, I killed 2 Coven. Twelve says, look at that graveyard, only an enemy dead. I say, well played town, everyone says GG. 13 says, I didn't walk into a cruise kill, haha. 8 says, thanks 12 Lamau. 12 says, I did so much work for y'all. I say, thank you 12. 8 says, indeed. Here are all the roles that we've had in this game. Thank you so much for watching this video. Here are the ones that might interest you as well, and see you soon in the next one.